Hello, friends. Happy New Year. Today is New Year's Eve, and so for this week's video, it's the perfect opportunity to talk about goals and intentions for 2026. These YouTube videos will be a great way to just watch my own progress and journey through the year and stay accountable with goals and intentions and that sort of thing. So yeah, first I just want to express just such gratitude for 2025. So grateful for all the people that journeyed with me this past year, and grateful for the growth and the learning and the insights and the clarity and all the experience that came from this past year. And so thank you 2025 and everyone in my life who was a part of it. And now I just let that go, and I'm ready to step into 2026 fresh and new slate, and with as much momentum and life as possible. So as I've been thinking about where I've been, all the changes and this new journey, and how 2026 really feels like a great launching point for it. A key theme that is coming up for me is integration. I really am looking for a deeper integration in my life. And what does that mean? Well, it's this sense where my entire life, every part of it, from the smallest, most individual things like what I'm doing when I wake up in the morning, to work that I'm doing, to relationships that I'm in, to all of it, creative projects that I'm doing, is all integrated and all unified, so that it's not siloed and it's not this piece of life and this piece of life, but it's all one. It's all one. It's all one full life. And so I hope to keep tying back to that theme as I talk about my plan for this year, because I don't feel exactly clear what that looks like, but that's just why it's a theme for this year, and just a word, an intention. And so I guess to begin building on that, I feel like the foundation and the center and my primary so-called goal for this year is deepening into my relationship with God. And and cultivating that. And so I don't fully know what to say about that, but I consider that's where everything else originates from. That's the center, that's the foundation. It's also the pinnacle, it's the highest, and it's the source of where everything else comes out from. So anything that I'm doing in my life, if I don't feel like it's deepening me into my relationship with God, that's going to be that's the North Star, that's the orient, that's how everything orients. And so I guess the next step out from that is an intention to deepen and cultivate all of the individual relationships in my life. And so everyone that's in my life, supporting the people in my life, showing up, being present, serving the people in my life, and cultivating individual relationships. That's like my next priority, and I do feel that it's been a theme for the past several years. I do feel like the majority of my energy goes into my relationships, and I think I want to keep it that way. And I feel that the culmination, all of the individual relationships make up my community, and I really have such deep intention to cultivate community and to support my community and to uplift my community and to serve my community in all sorts of different ways. But that just starts and begins and grounds with every individual relationship. And so, yeah. And kind of a last orienting theme or building block before I get into more specific goals and intentions would be, I want to really cultivate a routine that feels very grounding, that feels like it's feeding what I've already talked about, feeding my relationship with God and my relationship with the people in my life. And that gives me just a stable ground and stable place to work on all the other things. And so as everything in my life is changing, as my schedule is changing, as my focuses are changing, as how I'm spending so much of my time changes, I feel like now is also the perfect opportunity to really cultivate and look for a new routine that supports that. And so, just something that supports body, mind, and spirit. And so, I'll be sharing that as it goes along, and I think I'm going to start with body. I feel like a healthy person, but I really want to take another step in that, to feel like I have more energy in my life in order to do all the things that I want to be able to do. I've gone through a lot of life feeling tired often, feeling exhausted often, and that's something that I want to open myself up to and to change and transform. And so I feel like the body and health is a really good place to start building a routine that's supporting that, and that's manageable, and that's consistent, and that's not overwhelming. It can feel very overwhelming to be healthy, but something that's stable and consistent will feel good, because without a healthy embodiment, it makes doing things it makes the mind more distracted, and it also impacts the spirit, and it impacts relationship with God. And not that if you're unhealthy, sometimes the most unhealthy places are where we come closest to God, but if I really want my relationship to God to be supporting my entire life, I want to be to feel like I have the energy to show up in what I feel like I'm being called to do. That is something I feel nervous about with all these changes. I feel nervous about not having the energy to really show up how I want to. And so, while it's not in my control, a healthy routine that supports my body, supports being healthy, feels like that's a good place I'm going to first start with considering. So I'll share that as I'm going along. So to get into the goals and intentions for the year, I guess one of the big orienting goals is the quest, the side quest for making $1 million in 5 years. And I just like that. I like that game, that goal, because it orients directly into supporting my community. I believe that there's no way I'm going to do that alone, nor do I want to do that alone. And by wanting to support making money in order to support my community, that really feels like it directly integrates into what I care about. And so yeah, that journey is at ground zero. It's beginning now in a certain way. I have zero income, and so step one of that is just getting some kind of grounded, consistent income going. I'm thinking $1,000 a month will be a first milestone, which is nothing close to $1 million, but that doesn't matter. It's all good. So yeah, just making $1,000 a month, and in a way that feels good. I've lived a lot of years not doing anything because I had to do it, but doing things because I intrinsically am motivated to do them, and I want to maintain that same spirit, that same orientation in life. I'm not going to make money just because makes the most sense, or because I have to, or I'm not going to do things that don't line up with the higher values in order to make money. And so that's my plan right now. We'll see how the grounded reality shakes out. But I hope to be able to embody and to show that making money can be an integrated part of our lives, and not this thing that we just got to do in life that is just a soul-sucking or draining thing, but that actually is tied into the deeper meaning of our life. And so I'm really searching for that. And so I'm at nothing, so we'll see how it all goes. And my next goal after 1,000 would just be getting my expenses and income grounded and balanced. $1,000 a month won't do that, but the next level after that would be maybe $3,000 a month or so. And it feels manageable and very possible. And so yeah, so the other thing, I know that if I'm on this goal, I have so many things I need to learn, and so it just gives a lot of motivation to learn new things. And so I guess the key pillar of that for me right now is with the firefighting. I really plan to dive in and really embrace being a rookie, and putting energy into this, and taking it seriously. And so within the next 2 months, I should have my wildland firefighter certification, the red card. I should have that done. And so when I open myself, if there's a deployment for our fire station this year, I would like to try that out. I'd like to see how that feels and see how that goes. And it's a very tangible, most direct way for me to make money at this point. And I also, goal for this year is to get my EMR certification, which is the first step, the first certification required before becoming an EMT. And so I want to take that first step there and start learning that emergency medical world and skills and knowledge, so that I can better support my community in that kind of way. And then creativity, that feels huge. I want creativity to just be pouring and spilling through every part of my life and everything that I do. I want it to be creative and fun. And of course, I'll be doing things that aren't fun in the moment, but still pointing higher. Even the things that I don't want to do are orienting towards a higher thing that I do want to do that is meaningful and fun for me. And so I'm going to be consistent with working at the Makerspace, keep exploring the machines there that I've already started. My next step there, the new thing will be to learn to try laser engraving. I took the class, so I just haven't done it yet. Haven't practiced it for myself yet. And then, so yeah, creative. I'm looking for ways to become, so I want to be open to learning new crafts. Just learning new skills, learning new things. There's a little gray jay just flew here. I love that bird. And then the next goal I have is I want to continue my horse journey with Claudia. This past year was the first time I started really learning how to ride. And so now that I don't have that part of my life anymore, I'm going to be actively looking for another ranch to plug into and to keep being with horses and learning about horses and helping take care of them and train them and ride. So I want to continue my next step of my horse journey. What else? So, of course. So one of my key tangible goals is I want to make 50 YouTube videos, 50 vlogs this year. Ideally 52, but I'm giving myself a little bit of break if I need it, if something happens. But yeah, 50 videos, that feels like a lot, but also it's what I've been doing for the past couple months of just a video a week. So also very manageable. And so it feels like a big part of my creative exploration right now, and it fits into goals of learning to become more articulate and to be able to share more effectively. I'm trying to learn. I think also, I'm looking other ways to practice articulating and expressing and sharing. So I think I'm gonna go check out the Toastmasters group at the library. It's so funny, the library is I'm very plugged into the library. But so the library has a Toastmasters group. So I'm gonna try that and see if that feels like a good way to, another outlet to practice expressing, practice articulating. All right, what else? I have a few little notes. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I think those are all the key points. A lot of this is just like a summary for what I've been talking about and what I'm moving towards. I don't think a lot of what I'm sharing is new, but now's the time to really step into it. And so I have, starting next week, for the week, so this week after New Year's, I have an entirely new schedule with almost every single one of my days planned out. And so it feels good, feels exciting. So stay tuned. And also next week I'll be posting, while I was with my family for Christmas, my dad and I filmed a podcast, and it's about our own father-son testimony and our journey, our spiritual journey together, and how that's aligned, and our journey in Christianity, and just following Christ. And so I'm very excited about that. It was an awesome thing to be able to do, and even just to have that format of the podcast and record and document it and talk about it in a way that it felt really good and was really, really awesome. So next week I'll be posting that podcast with my dad, and so stay tuned for that. I love you all, and I look forward to walking through this 2026 year and sharing and journeying, or sharing and documenting and journaling the journey. So love you all, and I will talk to you next week.